Hey, MTH250 Intro to Statistics course for fall 2019. This is Professor Fix, and this is my welcome video. This is my day one of class. Like if you're face to face, you're going to walk into the classroom and meet me and sit down, go through the syllabus, and talk about expectations and guidelines for the course and such. So please sit back, and I'm going to try to do this in about 30 minutes and get through everything that we need. So let me hide this. We don't need to see that. Alright, actually going to jump, I'm going to go right into the syllabus and kind of see if that makes more sense here. So let's take a look at the syllabus. So Thomas University has gone from where we had like a PDF of this to now where we have this situation here where it's like just a document that you just take a look at and can kind of scan through. There is no reason for you to print this syllabus out, so please just keep that in mind. Some of this information will be duplicated in other spots throughout the course, so just kind of keep that in mind, and I'll try to remember not to duplicate myself when I read through. So Josh Fix is my name. Thomas University email address is jfix@thomasu.edu, and my cell is 229 right there. So we'll get into that and what to do with that as we go through. Bottom line is this: I'm not gonna read much of this stuff to you, but I'm gonna read this. Since this is an asynchronous online course, there are no specific office hours. Please read the following to determine the best method of communication. If you have a general question, send an email with a description of your question. The response will be sent either with an explanation, a video, or request to set up a time to talk via phone or Zoom. And I'll explain what Zoom is in a little bit. I check my email regularly, Monday through Friday, and at least once during the weekend. Text messages also work. Please include your name. I will do my very best to respond to your questions and concerns within 24 hours during the work week. I will return calls as soon as possible. I am here to help you have a successful experience at TU, and please reach out to me if you have any questions. A couple things I want to address there is, and I go further into this in other places, but email is the best situation for me. And when I talk about me and who I am and stuff like that, it'll make more sense. So email me if you don't get it. Normally what happens is if you send me an email, I have it tied to my phone, so I see it pop up. You know how it is, sometimes you don't see it pop up, so maybe I don't see it till later in the day. If I can't get to your email, I will send you an email back at least saying, hey, I got your email, thanks for sending it, I'll get back to you tomorrow morning, or I'll get back to you tomorrow afternoon, so you can kind of know when I'm going to be responding to you and when you can get your questions answered. As far as talking on the phone, if you call my number, like let's say right now my phone rings, and chances are I'm not going to answer. I hope you don't judge me for this, but I'm just that kind of guy. Like, unless you're in my contacts, I don't often answer because I don't know. I don't know if it's a telemarketer or what it is, and so, I just let it go, and then I'll check my voicemail, and so, you'd be better off to send me a text and say, hey, Professor Fix, this is Sally from, statistics, and I need to talk to you. I'm having a really hard time, and can we set up a time to talk on the phone or whatever. Another thing, if you call me directly, so I get your message, I call you back, you're not available, so then we're playing phone tag back and forth. So that's why email is really the best option for me, and you send me a specific targeted question saying, hey, Professor Fix, I need help on question 5 in section 1.2. I don't understand. Or I don't understand because every time I respond, it's telling me that I'm missing this piece or whatever. So just real specific about your questions, and I can answer those. And we'll kind of see how that goes as the semester goes on. But just give that a shot for me, and let's see how it works. One other thing to mention about the class and just office stuff and things like that is that obviously I've been doing this for 10 years with Thomas University, and that's spring, summer, and fall courses. And I really enjoy this position. I enjoy working with Thomas University. I enjoy working with you guys. And I take a lot of pride in what Thomas University is doing for the community of Thomasville and for all different parts of the nation and different countries. And so think about in your workplace, if you have a conflict or something happens, you're supposed to go and take care of that or address it initially with the person themselves and then go from there. So in this case right here, if I'm not meeting your needs, please please contact me. I'm not going to hold that against you. I can't change your grade. Your grade is numerically calculated by yourself. Like, it's the work that you do. So, contact me and say, Professor X, I'm having a really hard time with this. I don't feel like you're providing the resources that I need, whatever it is, and give me an opportunity to fix the problem. If that doesn't fix the problem, then I completely understand. Then you please speak to Remy Padilla, and like let him know, and like he'll address it with me, and he'll make sure that I've got it figured out. So, and then if Remy can't rectify the situation, then you can go further beyond that. But there's no need to reach out further than that. Just address it with myself first, and then like I said, if you don't feel like I'm taking care of your needs and meeting your needs, then you can go to my department chair, Remy Hernandez Padilla. Alright, let's keep going. So remember, I'm trying to stay within 30 minutes. Some of the stuff I'm not going to read to you. This is stuff you can read through. You got your learning objectives, things that are going to happen throughout the semester. Grades. So I have my course set up so that you have 30% of your grade comes from your homework, your discussion board posts, and then you have 2 Microsoft Excel assignments that you have to do. So that's more than your final exam. So you should be able to walk out of this class with somewhere like in the A, like 90 to 100 for homework. So 30% of your grade is going to be an A. You got 5 tests, account for 50% of your grade. So that's 10% of your grade per test. You got your final exam, which is 20%, which is going to be proctored by ProctorU. It's over all 5 exams, for all 5 tests. You will be allowed to have a note sheet with formulas and examples and stuff like that for your final exam, and I'll explain that later on in the semester. What I do is, as far as I really don't do a lot of you can't retake tests, you can't do things like that. So what I do is that, let's say that you have, let's say test number 3 this semester, you make a 70 on, okay, or a 60. Let's go low, 60. You make a 60 on test number 3. On the final exam, let's say you make an 80. I will replace that 60 with an 80. So you get an 80 for your final exam, plus that low test score will come up to an 80, which will help boost your overall grade. So that's kind of like my one thing I offer. So if someone does really well in the final, they can kind of boost up a low score from previous parts of the semester. Typical grading scale. For this course, we will be using Hawks Learning. It's an online learning environment. I'm super happy with it. It's pretty dynamic. The main thing is that it's inexpensive. It's $86.75 you get for the access code, and for the ebook, that's not bad. So when you compare the other classes, $126 for an access code and an ebook, this is a pretty good deal. The environment's really dynamic, and we'll talk about that in another video where I talk about best practices and stuff with Hawks Learning. Alright, so this course does fall in the category that your final exam will be proctored by ProctorU. So not only will you need a computer this semester with internet that allows you to work and get your assignments done on time, you also, for your final exam, you're going to need to have a computer that has internet that is high speed and reliable. And on top of that, you're going to need, for the final exam only, speakers or headphones, a microphone or headset. So basically what's going to happen is you're going to set up this ProctorU appointment, and you're going to go into this environment, and that proctor is going to be looking at you. Like, they're going to be watching you on your I know you can't see my hands, but on your webcam. And they're gonna have you move your camera around and double check there's nobody else in the room with you. And if someone walks in the room, they're gonna be like, oh, that's whoa, that person can't be in here. And they're gonna stop the situation and make you clear the room and recheck it and all that kind of stuff. So you need to have these tools in place. So please keep that in mind and plan ahead for that. This is not something you can do at Starbucks. Your final exam. All the other work, you can do it wherever you want. You can go to McDonald's and sit and use their Wi-Fi to do your work if it's good enough connection. But with your final exam, you need to be someplace private with those 3 pieces right there. You also are going to need, excuse me, you don't need, is a Texas Instruments TI-83 or 84 graphing calculator. I prefer you to use this calculator. You should have already used it for when you took Math 140, so you should have it and be able to use it again. And I just expand upon the tools that we're going to do inside that with those calculations. I have also developed this course so that you can do easycalculations.com also. So I don't expect you to go out and buy a TI-83 and 84 if you don't already have one. But I will interject this. Um, Pawn shops, Facebook Marketplace, put on Facebook an ISO in search of, like for a graphing calculator and just borrow it for the semester from somebody. Reach out to your friends, people that might have high school kids and see if they have one, or someone that just went off to college or something like that and see if they'll let you borrow one. Right now it's back to school, so you can buy one of these for probably $80 to $100, and the resale value on these you could probably get $50 to $60 on the marketplace for it. So just kind of keep that in mind if you do end up buying one. Like I said, you're not required to. I do have the course built, so you could use easycalculation.com, and you'll be able to use easycalculations.com for all of your assessments and for the final exam. Alright, so resources, library tools, stuff like that. Just some information for you. Just remember that with that right there, that's all posted inside of Canvas also and other spots, and I'll come back to that in a little bit. Um, so verification. So first day of class on tomorrow, Monday, you need to go ahead and get logged in and let me know so I can see that you're coming in. And then to be able to show that you're going to be committed to the course, I ask that you go ahead and complete a portion of the opening activities module by Friday. They're all due on Sunday, but you do part of it by Friday. Alright, a little bit more about the final exam. Your final exam is going to be proctored by ProctorU. Failure to take this exam will automatically fail the course. It's required for you to take the final. I can't exempt you on this final. I know other courses allow you to exempt. This course is not that way. With our final exam, because this is an online class, you'll have from Monday till Friday, December 9th to December 13th. You will decide when it fits your schedule. You'll make your schedule with ProctorU, and you'll take that. I will go over this more closely or more thoroughly, excuse me, as we get closer to final exam time, 2 or 3 weeks out, because we need to go ahead and make sure we make the appointment ahead of time. So I'll address that more thoroughly at that time. So here it is. You want to read through it. Just know you do have to take the final, and you do have to take it with ProctorU, and you do have to have the webcam, the headphones or speakers and microphone and stuff like that. TU has linked out the syllabus, part 2 of the syllabus right here, so you can take a look at that information, and then here's the course schedule. I'll go ahead and touch base on the course schedule real quickly so you kind of get an idea. So the course schedule is laid out like this. You got week 1 and kind of gives you the dates. I think I have a typo. Yeah, right there in week 2 I have a typo that should say 8/26. But the deal is this. I've got a list of here what's due on 8/25, on Sunday 8/25. So you can kind of go through there and see what you have to take care of. Week 2, you got these assignments opened up. This is the objectives over here. This is what's due, and then you have when it's due. And you keep on going like that on through the rest of the assignments. Alright, so that's the course schedule. I do have the course schedule linked. Let's go ahead and jump to that. So that's the syllabus that kind of gets everything. Let's go back to our main home page here. So here we are on the home page. Just real quickly, let's talk about that course schedule. So we go down to our opening activities, and in the opening activities I have the course schedule, not the syllabus, just the course schedule. So let's go ahead and click on that real quick. This is nothing more than just the course schedule. I think you should print this out. This is a nice tool for you to keep track of what you have to do each week, when it's due, and so forth. So I would print that out and keep that handy. Let's go back here. So here we are. Let's talk about announcements, and then we'll work our way down this page right here. So remember, this is our first day of class. We're sitting in class, and I'm going through the expectations and steps for the course. All right, so this is the intro that you guys should have gotten, sometime end of last week, come into your email. So let's see. Thanks for being here. The main thing is for us to understand is this. I need you to log into Canvas, and I need you to also do your work inside of Hawks Learning. So a specific story is I had a student who was coming up on the final, and he sent me an email saying that he was really concerned about the final because he'd really struggled this class. He'd spent so much time on YouTube, reaching out, like, searching how to do problems and how to do things. And as soon as he said that he was searching on YouTube, I sent back, I said, hey, can we set up a time to talk? And he said, yeah, no problem. And so we set up a time, got on the phone, and sure enough, this particular student didn't realize he wasn't going to Canvas. He didn't see that I had videos posted in Canvas to help him with the content in Hawks Learning. And so he was going into Hawks, and he was basically trying to teach himself. And that's not my intentions. I don't intend for you to search YouTube for videos. If you are not able to secure the content and understand it from what the videos I provide and the content delivery inside of Hawks, then please reach out to me. Don't spend time searching YouTube or wherever else on the internet. I mean, that's up to you. If you want to do it, that's great. But it is not my intention. I am the instructor of this course. I am supposed to instruct you on the content, and that's my intention. That's what I want to do. I want to make this so that this is a all-in-one. You can get through this thing and finish it up successfully and move on to your next courses so that you can earn your degree and graduate and accomplish your goal. So please keep that in mind. All right, so let's get back on track here. So let's see. You have to purchase a Hawks Learning access code. You're now required to purchase a textbook. So for $86.75, you can purchase an access code that comes with an ebook. And if you follow my best practices with Hawks Learning, you won't need a book. You won't even need to look at the ebook. Like, I'm going to walk you through the process. I'm going to teach you the process as we're going. So just kind of please keep that in mind. If you did want a paperback copy of the book and the access code, it's $117.50. Basically what that is, it's like a loose leaf that comes like wrapped in plastic, and you tear the plastic off and you take the paper and put it in a notebook of your own, and then it's got the pages there. That's the same thing as the ebook. You can turn the pages on the ebook and look at the same thing. Alright, so let's just say right now that you're waiting for your financial aid to hit, or you're waiting for your next paycheck to come, so you can't purchase your book yet. You do have the ability to do a temporary code to be able to join my class, and with that temporary code, what that does is it basically allows you to, for a couple weeks or 18 days or something like that, but then it runs out and you're done. And if you let it run out, it saves the work that you've done until you put your access code in, but then you can't do any more work. So if you have assignments due that week, that you wouldn't be able to complete them until you purchase the access code. So that temporary thing is only to get you going and get you started. What I would recommend is that, tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, if you don't already have your access code, you don't have the money to purchase it, use the temporary code, get logged in to Hawks, get that account created, and then in the next couple days make the purchase or get that access, or either get your access code from the bookstore or purchase it through the Hawks Learning, however you want to do that. Alright, I already went through the calculator. It's the same thing there, so just go back and reference what I said a little bit earlier. Alright, so first day of class, I'll create a separate post that'll pop up, and each week I'll create a post, and that post will basically tell you what's due that week, kind of check in. It won't be long, it'll be short and sweet. If anything changes in the course, I'll post it in an announcement and let you know. So that's kind of like your main place. Like, the announcements are your landing point. So when you come into this class and you log into Canvas, this should be your home page, and at the very top should be the announcements, and you should be able to see if they have a new announcement, when it was posted, and so forth. Alright, let's keep on moving. Let's go into the course overview, which we kind of done in the syllabus. This is kind of some duplicate information. Talking about how the course runs, asynchronously. It's a 16-week course. Talk about your textbook. But here is one thing that I don't have anyplace else. So I look forward to a successful fall semester. Generally accepted standard for a 3-hour college course is to spend 2 to 3 hours per credit hour of the course per week. Since this is a 3-hour course, you get 3 credit hours for this class, that means you should plan to spend 6 to 9 hours each week working on this course. Now, Does that mean that you have to spend 9 hours on this course? No. What that means is that you could spend up to 9 hours. To be honest with you, because this is not a face-to-face class, you probably won't spend 9 hours. You'll probably spend 4 to 6, depending on how hard the stuff is that week. But if this was a face-to-face class, then if we had a test, that test wouldn't be open book. It wouldn't be open notes. You'd be required to come in and sit down and take that test from your memory. And that means you're going to have to study before you come to take that test, which would bump up your number of hours that week. In this class, your tests are open notes. They're open book. You have 120 minutes, or 2 hours to take a test in this class. So if you want to look back and look at your notes, and if your notes are organized, which I would highly recommend that you keep your notes organized as you're working through the course, and when you're working problems in the homework, that you keep track of them, keep them neatly written out, so that way you can reference them and say, oh, this is this question that's on the test, and kind of use it as a reference. You can. You have 2 hours, 120 minutes to take a test. So please keep that in mind, and target your time. When we talk about best practices, I'll talk a little bit more about this, but for now, just remember, I understand, I have empathy to the fact that many of you have more going on than just college. Many of you have a full-time job, you're married, you have kids, you are taking other classes besides this class. You're taking care of family members. I mean, everything. I understand. I completely get it. And so I am here. I just need you to communicate with me when you have questions, when you have things come up. Don't let 3 weeks go by and don't do anything, and then contact me and say, "Oh, Professor Figs, this came up." No, tell me right away, please. Let me know, and that way we can work together to make sure you're successful. All right, so I'm going to continue to go down. I'm going to show you where I'm going right now. So I'm on course overview, but there's other ways of moving, navigating through the Canvas environment. So like I'm going to go to course overview again, and then at the bottom you get this next, and that just basically takes you to the meet the instructor. So my picture will pop up here in just a second, hopefully. So I recently just moved from Albany, Georgia, where I've lived for the past 18 years, to Durango, and I don't know why it's not popping up. Let me refresh. And with my 16-year-old son and our 2 dogs. I just started. Tomorrow is my first day at a new school. I'll be a 7th grade math and science teacher at Mountain Middle School, which is a project-based exploratory learning exhibition style school in Durango. It's modeled after the High Tech High in San Diego. It's one of the top schools in the state of Colorado, and I'm super pleased and honored to be able to call that home now. I know it's just going to help me grow. This is my 19th year in the classroom as a secondary educator, and and I look forward to adding. It looks like probably another 20 years, when it's all said and done, possibly a little bit less, and to now be really stepping into this new way of teaching and this new model. This is actually my 10th year. I think I mentioned that before, as an adjunct at Thomas University, and I love this. I love that I get to help folks, like I mentioned earlier, that have a life and have a job and have kids, and they're trying to better themselves and trying to, whatever it is, whether it's that pay raise, whether it's the next position, whether it's, whatever you're trying to do, I'm here to try to help you be successful. Maybe that picture will pop up when you go look at it yourself. Alright, so the honor code, please take the time to look through the honor code. There are some questions on a little bit later. I'll touch base on this, but this is so important. I can't stress to you. The bottom line of the honor code is this. You're going to reach out to friends sometimes to ask for help on a homework question. No problem. Okay, no problem. Now, I sure hope you understand that just because your friend told you how to do it doesn't mean you really know how to do it. So please go back and practice. And when I talk about best practices and Hawks, I'll address that. How do you retry a question? How do you continue to try until you understand the process? And then 100% no with this course is, excuse me. Alright, sorry about that. So, believe it or not, there's a plum tree behind my house, and the bears have been coming down to visit and eat, and so the dogs get pretty wound up about that. Alright, so honor code, we talked about, getting help on homework. It is not okay to get help on a test. So you're going to have 5 tests in this class, and those 5 tests, you're going to have these questions, and it's against the honor code to have a friend sitting there helping you or whatever. And then obviously on the final exam you'll have a proctor in front of you, so please make sure you consider that. Please be honest, do your very best, and do your own work. Okay, so there's some contact information, things inside that Thomas University provides for you as a student. A little orientation for Canvas and online learning. They've got some information right there for you to follow through and look at. So I kind of already said this, but just kind of just read. Like I said, I normally don't read stuff to you because you can read, but I want to read this so I kind of just make sure I get through it. Since this course is taught entirely online, Thomas University has provided its professors with Zoom, which is an online conferencing tool. I prefer to answer your questions by responding to your email with a thorough response and/or short instructional videos. But in the event that you need some, and that's a typo right there, I apologize, some one-on-one instruction, we do have Zoom as an option to meet online. You don't just go to this link and I show up magically. We have to make an appointment. Please trust my process and just see if it works for you. If it turns out that my response I send back to you when you send me a specific question, if it's not thorough enough, or if you need more, or you need someone to help walk you through it, that's why Zoom's there for us to help. And a lot of times what happens is on these more difficult questions, I already have videos created that walk you through step by step, like do this first, do this second. It's better than me teaching you one-on-one because you have a video. You hit pause, you practice that step, you go on the next part, you practice that step, you do the next part. So just try the process, but just know that this is an option. The next screen is some help that Thomas University, as soon as it turns. This is some information that Thomas University, or some stuff that they provide for you. Oh, it's going slow. Let's try going back this way and see if, yeah, there we go. So that would be this last tab right here, help. And it's got some information, orientation, how do you get help with Proctor U, so forth and so on. So I'm going to go back to the top so you can see where I am now. So now I'm done with getting started. So I've gone through, I've looked at all those things, and now I can drop that up, and I'm going to go to Module 0, which is my opening activities. Let's go ahead and just kind of go through each one of these real quickly. I'm about to run over my 30 minutes. I apologize. Basically, like right here, what I have is, like it's a little PDF, explains like how to, that's weird, it didn't pull up. So it pulls up like a little, like, oh, that's old. I need to put my new one up there. Sorry about that. So I'll get my fall one posted. But basically, you go in there, you either have an access number, or you want to purchase one, or you can request a temporary access code. And we're going to be online 16D for fall 2019. Sorry about that being incorrect right there. But that's basically, it's pretty straightforward. And then you'll have your 2 accounts. So you want to bookmark your Canvas, you want to bookmark this one, and then you'll log in and do all your work inside of Hawks, which we'll talk about more. Alright, so please make sure you use your Thomas University email address when you set up your account. That way all of our correspondence goes through their server. That's one of the requirements that they do in your handbook. Okay. So to get going, there's a little video to kind of walk you through the process, and then you've got the little steps right there. And oh man, I forgot another spot. So I'll get that fixed, but little things I forgot to look over. And then here's a little tutorial on how to navigate Hawks Learning. I've got a video already created for best practices. I do want to, I'm not going to, I'm not going to take the time right now. I want you to watch this video. If I feel like there's a need for us to talk more about best practices, I will. But this kind of goes through like the thought process, like how should you approach this inside this class here, and what should be the method that you take. So on top of what you see right here, I will address something else in just a few minutes. Methods of communication. So you know, Um, I've moved from Albany to Durango. There is a 2-hour time difference. I check my emails in the morning and the evenings. I have my email set up on my phone, so that way, if you do email me, I'm going to see it hopefully pop up, or I can check it frequently to see. If I can't get back to you right away with the response you need, I'll email you back and let you know and say, hey, I'll get back to you tonight, or I'll get back to you tomorrow morning. I'm just real busy. If I don't respond to you within 24 hours, maybe send me a text message and just say, hey, Professor Fix, I sent you an email yesterday. Do you have a chance to take a look at it? And that'll prompt me to go and get to it and take a look. Yeah, so just read through that and just kind of let you know. If you have any questions, let me know. You know what? Before I go there, let's go back to methods of communication just for 1 second. I do this is not text messaging. We're not like we're a professional environment here. I want to run this as a professional environment. I look at college as though something that's training you to be ready for the workforce. And if I was your boss, I wouldn't want you to interact with me and like an abbreviated state, or using slang or whatever. I want you to be professional. I want you to practice being professional with me, so that way when you leave Thomas University and you have that diploma means something. It means that you've shown that you can rise to the occasion and be professional and be prompt and be thorough, and have gained this knowledge. And so let's practice that in our emails and our correspondence, please, in this course. Here's the course schedule. So, we talked about the syllabus, and I said, hey, don't print the syllabus out, which I think is kind of difficult to do anyway. But this right here, there's a link up here, and you click on that link, and it'll download, and then you can print it out. I would print out this course schedule, so that way you have it as a check sheet, like okay, I did this week, I did this week, I got this more to do, kind of thing. You know when things are due, all that kind of stuff. It's all right there. So that's what that's for, so go ahead and print that out. All right, so discussion board, netiquette. So I probably have been using this for 8 years, maybe even longer. So it might be kind of outdated, but the deal is this: it talks about like interacting. We don't do a ton of interaction on the discussion board. Like we have a couple opening activities that you do, and that's it. But it's like the professionalism. It's understanding that you're trained to be a professional. We're not working at a convenience store or a restaurant. We're working like we're training to be a professional in a professional field, and we want to start practicing those things and build those skills. So this netiquette is kind of like your etiquette online. All right, so then it gets into some assignments. So these assignments are there. You'll go through and you'll take a look and you'll click on those links and you'll complete those. And you got a couple of them here. Come on, computer. You got an introduction. Make sure you read those directions carefully, and so you complete all parts and get all your points. And then this is where the welcome video is, like what you're watching right now. Okay, and so that'll be linked inside of here. And once you're done with the welcome video, like it'll actually be embedded. So you'll see number 1, watch the welcome video, and the welcome video will be right here in between. So you can click on that and watch it. It'll be up on YouTube. And then you'll click on this student agreement form. It'll pull up, and I thought I changed that. I guess not. But it'll say Fall 2019, and you'll go through and you will, yep, I just didn't change the title. And you'll go through here and you will answer these questions. This is a 5-point little quiz that I give you. And then at the very bottom, you'll have a little secret word that I'll give you here at the end of the video. And that'll let me know that you watched the video all the way through. Alright, let's see where we are here. So I'm going to come here to Alright, so if you do have any questions from the welcome video or the start of the course, you can click here and enter that in the discussion board. And then a semester or so ago, a student said, hey, Professor Fix, I know you have these videos where you show us how to use a graphing calculator, but some people might find these valuable, and he shared them with me, so I linked them up inside the course for you guys to use as references. They're just there as a reference. Alright, and then real quickly, let's go down and take a look at, and this goes back to that story about that student that didn't realize I had videos, because he was just going straight to Hawks. He wasn't looking inside of Canvas. So it's very important that you come, so if you're going to do section 1.1 homework, it's very important that you come here, you click on section 1.1, and then you can use the links right here. So as you can see here, I've got the objectives. This is what we're going to talk about. You're going to learn about sample parameter statistics. You've got a PowerPoint right here that's basically in PDF format. And so what this does is you could print that out if you wanted. And then you could take your notes on top of this, so you kind of have all the vocabulary and everything you need all in one place. This kind of is like the replacement for the textbook. So you can kind of go through here, do some practice problems, whatever it is, got your information all right there in one spot. And let's minimize that. And then, or you can print the handout. So instead of having a PowerPoint, it would be like in handout format, so it's not going to take as much paper to print. I'll pull up in just a second. So you can see you got like your slides, so you can take notes and annotate on the side, or practice problems, or whatever you want to do. So you got a couple options there. You can print the PowerPoint, you can do that. And then at this point, it's like I tell you, I'm like, okay, go to Hawks Learning, do get started, do the learn, go through and look at these things, and well, that gets covered in your best practices. But the main thing is that don't just go straight to the questions. Go look at the learn. Go kind of walk your way through the learn part first. You don't have to take notes on it, but just look through and kind of watch the videos and whatever's provided for you inside of that, and read through it and think about it. And then go ahead and get into the practice. And if for some reason you're like, I don't remember that, or maybe it's, oh yeah, that's right, it was back in the learn, then you can go back to the learn and you can watch the video or look at the examples again, and then at that point it'll become applicable to you because you're inside and you're practicing your questions. Alright, and then notice here, as you go down here, I have videos that I have hand chosen. Yes, these are from YouTube. No, they're not made by me. But these are videos that I said, man, that explains the difference extremely well. So I provided it. I provided another one. I provided another one. So, you could definitely go and search YouTube and find videos that explain this, but what I've done is I've pulled 3 videos for this particular section, saying these are good videos. Watch these, they're going to help you. I'm going on to the next section, and then 1.2, same layout. You got your objective, you got the PowerPoint, you got your handouts. I've got a chart here. So in this case right here, I've provided you with a cheat sheet piece to help you understand the differences between the different types of level of measurement. That would be something that would be very valuable to print out. If you went right into Hawks, you wouldn't even know that this was here. You wouldn't even know that this reference was available for you. So please make sure that you're coming into Canvas, first, looking through here, looking at each of the resources that I provide for you before you log into Hawks to get started on the assignment. Alright, so I can't stress enough. It's so important for you to understand how Hawks works, how the layout. I've explained how Canvas works. You can see Canvas here, you can see that, hey, this is how it works here, this is what happens. But now inside of Hawks, I need you to make sure, and my computer's loading, I apologize. I want to make sure you understand what the procedure is, or what the thought process is for you inside of Hawks and how it should look. I'm going to just click on different things. I need to talk about grades. I'll come back to that statement in just a minute. So you should look for your grades inside of Canvas, not Hawks. I will have Hawks set up so that it should include most of your grades, and it should be right there for you, but Canvas is the place to go look for your grades. So please address your grades here. If you have any questions, please let me know. I normally update these like every Monday or Tuesday after assignments are due the previous week. But if you have any questions, just email me and I'll gladly get back to you. All right, I just want to go back here to the home page just quick. And so talking about that Hawks and how it works. I have this video that I've created to explain the intro to Hawks and the best practices inside of Hawks. This video is imperative. Please take the time to watch this video thoroughly. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. Don't hesitate. I am here to help you have a successful course, to move on, accomplish your goals and earn your degree and get that pay raise or that higher job or whatever it is that you're shooting for. So please know that I'm here for you. Let's see, the secret word is banana. So when you're filling out that form that goes along with the welcome video, your secret word is going to be banana. All right. So with all that said, I look forward to a great semester. 40 minutes, I apologize. I usually try to do 30 minutes, but it's a lot to say. There's a lot of things to cover, and I want you to feel good about this class starting off. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. So take a look for the announcement that's going to be posted tomorrow morning, and have a great semester. Reach out whenever you have questions. Thank you.